everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. With a spot in the Super Bowl on the line, everything is on the line in today's conference championship matchup. It's the Browns going up against the Raiders. With that, we'll get you out to Oakland. So we'll hand it over to our colleagues, Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Bay Area as we welcome you to Oakland, California. Straight ahead, it's a clash to decide the AFC's representative in the Super Bowl. And it'll be a great one between the Cleveland Browns and the Oakland Raiders. First carry for Latavius Murray. Give him 16 on the pickup, and that'll be good for an Oakland first down.
It should go without saying that anytime you run the football well and gain a nice chunk of yardage, that means the offensive line did their job and did it really well. But let's give them a little more credit than that, because all week long, offensive line meetings, they're going over adjustments, counters, line shifts, all those things that go along with it. And yet, you still have to be physical. And that's what they did on the first play.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Now a play fake here on first down. Throw left side to the tight end Walford. Call it a gain of 3, and that'll make it 2nd and 10. Offensive starters now. Charles, what about Latavius Murray?
You know how you and I talk about players under the radar sometimes? Latavius Murray definitely qualifies as one of those players. And then you look up, and he's pressing 1,000 yards every year.
Tight, watch left. Tight, watch left. All right, here we go. Red 18.
Carr to throw on 2nd down. Over the middle, Cooper with it. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
It looks like a nickel set now for the Browns on 3rd down. And they're definitely showing blitz here. Now Carr. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Marquette King to punt it away. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. They'll come out in the pistol. Now a first carry for Isaiah Crowell. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. Okay, Charles, who are you picking to highlight here as we show the starters for the Cleveland Browns?
I like how you said highlight, because I'm going to go with Isaiah Crowell, the running back, because if you go back to his high school days, he was in the spotlight. Actually announced he's going to the University of Georgia holding up a bulldog puppy. Didn't work out there. Went to Alabama State and had a nice career. Undrafted, unheralded, but had a really nice year in 2015, so he's trying to bring the spotlight back.
He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. This is Crowell. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Time to meet the defensive starters for the Oakland Raiders, and you want to discuss one of their safeties.
I certainly do. Carl Joseph out of West Virginia. always did a great job policing the middle of the field. A big hitter knocked the ball away, but really added to his game as last year as a Mountaineer. Became a better cover guy and a better ball hawk before he got it.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bronson Kafusi in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. Gun now on third down. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
This is taken at the 18. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Raiders will take possession. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And last time out they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up. But you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over.
You didn't turn it over. Right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover. And wow, now we've got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it.
All right, here we go.
That was second down run for Murray. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. Tough spot for the offense, 3rd and 8.
We ready?
Throwing his car on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete. Amari Cooper, the intended target. And now it's 4th down. Here's Marquette King now, as he'll kick it away for the second time.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. And now the Browns offense trots back onto the field. And they'll be looking to avoid what happened last time, which is punting the football.
But when you look at how teams play the game, that complementary football comes into play. How do I take care of my defense? How do I take care of my offense? Well, the defense is taking care of them in a lot of ways. Now it's time for the offense to jump things up and help their defense out. Give them a little bit of rest.
Yeah, it's time for them to give them a rest. You took the words right out of my mouth.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
On second down, here's Crowell. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
He'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first.
The goal of every offense is to move the chains, pick up first downs. A nice job finding an open receiver for a completion.
And the offense lining up 1st and 10. Shift together here from the D-line. first down. He'll drop to throw. Looking deep downfield. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And last drive, 3 and out. Still a goose egg on the scoreboard. How do they break that goose egg?
They've got to find a way to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, get them some space, and try and make a first down and get some momentum going. It's been a struggle for them throughout the game, and that 3 and out on the last possession, that told you just how stalled they are on offense.
So who will step up here? We'll see. On second. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. Latavius Murray, the intended receiver, out of the backfield. And it's 3rd and short.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly. Looks like a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and 2.
Yeah, maybe expecting a throw. Carr looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And he'll have his man. That's Cooper. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number 1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Now Carr throwing on 2nd down. They got a man over the middle. It's Woods. Well, we saw the practice film this week. They wanted to focus on these intermediate passing plays, and it paid off there.
And they took that focus not just to the practice field, but in the film room to show the guys exactly what they wanted, what types of looks they should expect to get, and how they would beat those coverages each and every time, and it paid off on that play.
They'll try to run it in with Murray. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Ready to go now in the 2nd quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Raiders in possession of the football. And they'll come up looking to keep this drive moving. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Carr to throw on 2nd down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Here comes the D swarming to the line. Carr now on 3rd and goal. This will be caught at about the 5. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Can this defense hold them out? Here we go now. 4th and goal from the 2.
All right, here we go.
They're going to run it with Murray. And he's in. Touchdown, Raiders. Latavius Murray taking it in from a yard out. And the Raiders are able to cash in for 6. 4th and goal, Charles, all the time you see those offenses, especially the quarterback, the running back, looking over the sideline saying, don't send the kicker out. There they did it, and it paid off.
It's really nice to see what they wanted actually done. And how about the coaches getting their faith rewarded by a touchdown?
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. And here are the Browns now as the offense comes back out onto the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
They tried to run the counter, just that the defense wasn't fooled.
And when they're not fooled, you see the end result. Because what you're doing there, you mentioned the counter. You're using your offensive linemen sometimes to pull or move, to influence the defensive front, to go in that direction and create the space back in the other side and block it appropriately. But you're exactly right. Didn't move him, sat there waiting for him and made the play.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's got his man on the out route. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than one tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
So here we go, a 3rd down after the 2nd down pass completion. The short yardage man, it's Coleman. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. The Browns send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn into a play action, and throw one deep. Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Shotgun now for Carr. Over the middle, Amari Cooper. It's complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. From the gun, it's Carr. He gets this one to Michael Crabtree. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Let's see what they go to here on 3rd down and 6. Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. And got a man. It's Woods. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40.
Of course, the catch was nice, but how about what happened after? Able to stay on his feet and gain all that additional yardage. So many of these slot guys, I think, have running back in their background.
They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll bring up a second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And he's got Cooper on the out route. That's complete. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
It's funny when I go back to our pregame meeting with Amari Cooper, and we mentioned, what if they play man coverage against you? He almost seemed offended by it, didn't he?
I'll beat it. That's basically what he said, right?
I mean, the best receivers we've ever talked to and covered, when you talk about covering them with one guy, they think that's a personal affront. If they feel like if they can't just beat one defender, then they're not very good.
They come up in an offset eye.
All right, here we go.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
They'll give it to him right up the gut. And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
Here we go. Red 18. Red, we go rally.
They go play action for Murray. Now Carr. And that is incomplete. Robert Woods, the intended receiver that time. And it's 4th down. On now is the field goal team here as the Raiders will try for 3. And the 38-year-old vet able to split the uprights. And the lead moves to 10-zip. And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
That's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points. But they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
This one taken from the 7. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. And the Browns getting set to go. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off.
Here we go now.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And this is incomplete. Isaiah Crowell, the intended target, and it's 3rd and short.
And there's a good opportunity to just want to ride there or drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
They'll try to run for it with Crowell. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. And they're going to speed things up here.
Everyone understood their role on that play. 3rd and 1. You know, the defensive guys, they're trying to get down and get low and get leverage on the offensive linemen, but they didn't allow that to happen. They created a crease and allowed it.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's got a man. It's Corey Coleman. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver, because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone, sometimes you're throwing it between the zones, sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of find a spot and what we call sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. their big tight end, in the final seconds of the first half. And the Browns have cut it back within a score.
That's one of the better examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. Short kick. One of the up mid will take it now. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
The final shot here before half for Carr. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete. So we come upon halftime in the AFC title game as we send you cross country to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando with our halftime report. Here's Larry Ridley. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a... coaches talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Back to throw here. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They're becoming a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing. But I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Going underneath for Crowell. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. A first down carry now for Crowell. He'll get 3 up to midfield. He's brought down that time by a couple of Raiders.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Then a hook up over the middle to Pryor. And they're able to get this one down to the 25. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
That's going to go as a loss of 7, and it'll set them back for second down.
Well, that wasn't just a loss. That was a loss of big yardage there. So the sense you're starting to get is that offensively, things are starting to pile up against them, and they've got to find a way to stop that. Conversely, how about the great call by the defensive coordinator? He realized that he's got him on the run a little bit. That call was made to get upfield penetration by his defensive front to try and get into the gaps, get upfield into the backfield, and make a big play. I think that was actually called, not so much just to, to get it done that way, but to say, hey, guess what? We're going to be aggressive, and we had an opportunity and seized it.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4.
All right, here we go. 3, 9, 10.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
One of the best routes, one of the favorite routes of any play caller. He just ran that one. Nice little angle route. That's supposed to be a catch, and usually it is, and the running back dropped it.
Yeah, I mean, he's a running back, but he's got hands. He should have caught it. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive only yields 3 points.
Yeah, they were able to move the football, but the defense stiffened once their backs were to the end zone, and they were able to hold them to just 3.
This one taken from the 7th. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the yard line. They'll come out in the pistol. Here's Murray now as they run it to start the drive. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Brought down that time by Christian Kirksey.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
This one caught left side by Cooper. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
Well, they obviously red man covers their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that, Purple?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
On first down, Murray. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe. Demario Davis there on the stop.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
Now Carr, right side complete. That's Woods. And he's brought down. So he got his hands a little too far outside. The ref caught him, threw the flag. Now Carr throwing on second down. They got a man over the middle. It's Woods. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Murray Murray the lone setback. On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Deep drop. And his throw is incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
They pitch it out to Murray. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Look, the 1st down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it. And boy, the reward was there. A big, big pickup. And guess what? It's now 3rd and very short in order to try and pick up a 1st down.
They come up in an offset eye. They'll run here. It's Murray. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Officially a gain of just a yard there, but they do convert on 3rd and inches.
I always appreciate runners who understand situations. That was just 3rd and inches. No reason to dance around in the backfield and try and break off a bigger play. Just go pick up the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
Back now in the East Bay. Knotted up here at 10. That's our score as we begin quarter number 4. Fresh set of downs here. Shotgun now for Carr. And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
2nd down now after the pass completion. It's a 5-receiver set. 3 to the left, 2 to the right. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. That one goes for 24 yards.
He's a rookie, and you don't want to get hung up on the word potential. But when you see him make catches like that, you keep thinking to yourself, he's good now. He's got a chance to be great with plenty of work.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Coleman has it here right side. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. Give him 3 on the play, and that's going to bring up a third down. They get the completed pass, but still have more to go here on third down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. The intended target was Corey Coleman. And fourth down coming up.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I got to get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better. In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they could do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
Carr to throw on second down. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. The big tight end, Clive Walford, the intended target. And it's third and short.
I wouldn't be shocked at all right now if there's a look of surprise on the big fella's face because he had the route that he wanted, running the corner. And usually he's able to use his body and catch the football. But a really nice play by the defenders, able to knock it away.
Let's see if they can convert here on 3rd and 3. They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. Carr going to try and throw on 3rd down. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. And they're on 3rd and short. They just tried to spread the field. It worked.
And I think that the spreading of the field, the extra receivers, has really become the next in the evolutionary chain in the NFL. Go all the way back in that situation, you're handed to the fullback, right? As we evolved, maybe you pitched it to your tailback. Now you spread the field, and you have your choices of where to throw it and complete it for a first down. We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Second down here after the incomplete pass. Again, they'll throw with Carr. And that will be caught, but out of bounds. Out of bounds, ruled incomplete here.
That was a nice grab. Just couldn't get the feet down, right? You needed that toe tap sequence there. Whatever size shoe he's wearing, probably need about a half size smaller to complete that one.
All right, here we go. Red 18.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. And they got a man. It's Woods. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him. And he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front, creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
From midfield, here's Carr. And this is going to be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They begin with a run by Crowell. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, in that play, the expression, don't blink, you might miss something, certainly applied. That was fast. Defense diagnosed the play, and it was over in a heartbeat.
Let's go!
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Pryor has it complete. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Well, there really wasn't much there, but a completion is a completion. A tough third down awaits them.
Tie game here. Time starting to run down. The defense really needs to try and keep this game tied. See if they can get the ball back for the offense. Looking to throw. Now this is brought in by Pryor. And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs.
I don't care how many times we say it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Time for a break. Back to wrap up the AFC Championship game after this. So the offense has it 1st and 10. They'll toss it to Crowell. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
You got to feel a little bit for the defense there. They've done a terrific job all day long holding this guy in check. But that might have been the run to break things out for him, maybe turn things around.
Now whistles and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Again, we'll see the pistol here. They keep it with Crowell on 1st. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Now the Raiders are going to use another timeout here. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. They come up in an offset eye. The pitch to Crowell. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's a 7-yard run, but it does bring up 4th down.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. And his kick is indeed good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here.
He'll look to throw. Surveying the field. Now a desperation throw. And this is caught at the 20. A big play there. Carter Cooper, 56 yards. Well, last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back in a big way. I've seen guys throw 5 and still find a way to win the game in the end.
So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. Overtime in a playoff game. Awesome setup. Remember, the rules the same as they would be in the regular season.
That's exactly right, Brandon. Remember, the receiving team, if they score a touchdown, game is over. But if they kick a field goal or don't score, the other team gets a chance to get the football. They get a possession. If they go down and score, they win the football game at that point. If both teams kick field goals, we keep playing. If a defense scores, let's say the receiving team gets the ball, doesn't score, or they throw a pick six or fumble, gets picked up, the defense scores, game over. But here's the best part. In the regular season, only one period is played. We could call it a tie. Here, we're going to play until we have a winner.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And a hook up over the middle to Pryor. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A good pickup there at 22.
Really nice connection on the corner route. This is a play where the receiver wants to set up the defensive back by moving him inside and then breaking back to the corner.
All right, here we go. Blue 90.
Here's a give to Crowell. And he might have got this across midfield, not by much. They'll mark it down at the 49. Make it second down.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. A screen complete to Crowell. They hold him to only 2 there on the screen. It's second down.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short gain.
Now whistles, and the Raiders are going to signal for a timeout. They'll be left with 2 remaining here in this overtime session. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's sensed being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And here comes play number 6 on this drive.
Hurry up, here we go. Boom, landed. Leopard. Hurry up, here we go. Watch it now, Barney. Set. Boom.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
They come out here in the eye. They'll try and run for it with Crowell. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
They'll give Crowell another crack. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown!
We're going to win it.
And let the celebration begin. In an overtime thriller, they're off to the Super Bowl. As the fans exit back out through the turnstiles, not happy looks on their faces. Feel like they probably let this one slip away at home in overtime.
I would agree with that, and their unhappiness hurts the guys at the concession stands on the way out, right? Not stopping to buy something for the kids. They just want to get home. But what a dramatic way to finish this bad boy off. I mean, this game was dramatic all the way through. That's why we got to overtime. And then to go ahead and finish it this way, the fans streaming out unhappy. But the team that came in here and won this one on the road, they sprinted to their locker room.
And speaking of buying things, dinner on you tonight, Davis.
I kind of figured that was coming.
And that will do it for this one. For Charles Davis, myself, and the entire crew, will see you in 2 weeks at the Super Bowl.